What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? We're back and we're going to be having some new discussions about the Tournament of Power Secrets that was originally in Akira Toriyama's first draft for Dragon Ball Super. And we're going to go to the point. Now, the first point we have is Toriyama's initial proposal outlined the idea of 80 people fighting in a jumble and includes several character design and image plus the design of the for the tournament arena. So obviously he was going on different drafts on what would be the best. Then we have the second bulletin. It says Toriyama first drew the designs for Jiren, Topo, and Dispo. So obviously those were the three first Pride Troopers that Akira wanted to do, that he figured would be the main source of the Pride Troopers, which I think the drawings are actually amazing. The third one, Toriyama originally draft flagged an indication of Jiren's personality, so the anime staff planned on making him a talkative character. However, when they suggested this Toriyama, he replied that Jiren is a character who does not speak. It was at this point that Toriyama sent them the backstory that Jiren's parents and martial arts master were killed. Now, that is good that they kept him the way that he was, that because they wanted to make him a talkative character, and Toriyama was like, no, because that is how I wrote him and because this is the reason why. So they kind of went ahead and gave him the backstory in advance, so that way they would already know what to do with Jiren, how to promote him, how to give him a certain personality, that he doesn't talk much, he's very serious, and this is the reason why, which we found out later on down the road. So that's actually, I think, significant out of my opinion. Then we have the other one. We have a result. Topo's inherited anime staff original plans for Jiren's personality, which is why he talks a lot about justice all the time. So obviously that was supposed to be Jiren's personality. They gave it to Topo. Topo began being a Kanagawa instruction was included in Toriyama's draft. Okay, that's good to know. The staff wondered how to handle Dispo's character. His Kalki personality was only decided until once Ben Shimada was cast in the role. So obviously a lot of people were like, okay, how do we handle Dispo? And they found someone that was able to portray his character very well. The rest of the Pride Troopers were thought up by the anime staff. Now that I can see happening. Now, if you guys don't know a lot about about the anime production, there's mainly you have like one set of staff that really goes on the main important characters, and of course you have the other characters that are not as important; they're just side characters. And of course, myself and other fans wanted to see, okay, what is their origin, where they come from, how they began to be Pride Troopers. But the main important Pride Troopers was, of course, Dispo, Jiren, and Topo. So that is to be expected. Ribian's fat transformation form was designed by Toriyama, while the idea of having a cute girl transform into this fat character was added by the anime staff. Okay, that's actually really crazy because, guys, we actually thought that nobody liked Ribian. Toriyama designed that's incredible. That's just amazing that they were actually able to do that. Toriyama actually had that idea, so that's pretty amazing. Neither Khalifa or Kale were in Toriyama's original draft. During a conference meeting, the subject of Broly popularity came up, so the anime staff created Kale. They made her a girl so that they wouldn't be exactly the same as Broly. Once they showed Kale Toriyama, he created Khalifa to go along with her. So that's actually really interesting, that Khalifa and Kale were not the original characters that Toriyama drafted up, that he later was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and do that, because this was actually brought up to Akira about, like, well, hey, so many fans like Broly, since Broly is a major popularity in the fandom, let's go ahead and just bring out somebody else that is sort of like Broly, but possibly somewhat different. So it actually worked out pretty well, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like Kale and Khalifa for their own reasons, particularly whether them being female or them being so power-based or whatever. And honestly, you know, everyone has their own opinion about it, but me personally, I like Khalifa and I like Kale, so I think it was actually good. Toriyama's original draft included a document describing that what happens in Universe 7 Warriors in the Tournament of Power from the beginning to end. This included who Piccolo, for instance, loses to, and who survives at the end. And the document includes all the main points of the battle between Universe 7 and 11. Now that I can see that being very precise because of the way that it's been written, because Universe 7 is supposed to be, you know, quote unquote the main characters, and this is about Universe 7 meeting other universes, fighting for the universes, meeting other characters, meeting other gods, seeing other angels, so that's normal. Okay, we have Toriyama decide all 10 members of the Universe team, including the surprise of Boo being replaced with Frieza. Now that was a big surprise to everybody, because so many people wanted to see Boo, and then Boo got replaced by Frieza, and everybody was like, well, that's too soon, because we just had Frieza. So, honestly, Frieza is very popular over in Japan. He's just a very popular character because he was the first evil character in Dragon Ball history to really be the main villain. You know, that everybody just liked seeing Frieza. So in a funding way, they did a good job because Frieza does make a lot of money just by putting out Frieza out there. So I think they did an alright job, because with Buu, it was kind of either or, because the Majin Buu saga was so long and we had it for so long time, and it was just one of those things where it was like, okay, well, let's just move on. So as the flow of the story was decided, Toriyama came up with the idea of Ultra Instinct, including its Saiyan and name, and design as well. Power up for Goku was completely different from Super Saiyan. Obviously, that makes a lot more sense too, because a lot of people were like, okay, about Ultra Instinct, and I believe the Ultra Instinct actually was amazing because they kept it to base form in a way, but they also made it its own form within itself, because a lot of people, including myself, I love Ultra Instinct. It looks really cool, it looks ancient, it looks powerful, like a deity in a way, as well as everything else. And I firmly believe that it should be able to do that at the same time, because as a deity, you should be able to handle the power of passing a deity, to be able to be more powerful than a deity, and just everything of that nature. So I honestly like that very much. And also, we have Frieza donating his energy to Goku was not part of Toriyama's original draft. Neither was 18 Rumian's fight in different ideas of love. So honestly, I think possibly the staff at Toei Animation probably did that to make it a little more interesting to the fans to kind of have give and take with all these characters. So that I can kind of see. Takame personally thinks that Toriyama might be setting up Chapter 4 stories in the ending of Survival Art. Honestly, I do agree with that as well, because obviously Super is ending, but we're also going to be getting other stories within the Tournament of Power, as well as also other stories that could set up like within a fan's mind, possibly for the writers, for the staff, everyone, because the way that a lot of people, including myself, like for instance with Dave Filoni from Star Wars Rebels, he always said that he likes to see characters ride off in the sunset and characters kind of go off on their own. You're always wondering, okay, what are you going to do? So I think that's what Toriyama's doing, and as well as Toei and all of them. I think that's what they're doing to make other characters go, okay, well, especially if the universes come back, then we're able to go, okay, well, what are they going to do now in their free time? How do they look at Universe 7 now, exactly as what they do? So that really goes into it as well. The last point we have, keep on watching until the very end of the last episode. Apparently there's something special. Honestly, yeah, because if you guys did not check out my latest spoilers for Dragon Ball Super, Frieza is going to be the last one standing in Universe 11. That is a big spoiler, because honestly everybody thought Goku was going to beat Jiren, so it looks like he will not beat Jiren. So obviously it's going to go, who's going to win, Jiren or Universe 11, as well as Frieza. He's going to be the last one standing. A lot of people predicted this. I even thought this was possible, but I did not think it was 100% possible. I thought it was maybe like 5% possible that was going to happen. So they just keep surprising us. But guys, that's what we have for the original thoughts for the Tournament of Power. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hashtag Dragon Ball Squad. Click the notification bell as well, that we guys don't miss none of my videos as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the content I am providing on this channel. Again, if you're new, say hi in the comments down below. Links down in the description below. As well, if you guys want to give me a follow on my Twitter, Instagram as well. Again, even though Dragon Ball Super is ending, does not mean Dragon Ball content is ending on this channel. So much other stuff to talk about. If you guys have been looking at my videos, go on my playlist, you'll be able to see much more other than just Dragon Ball on this channel. But Dragon Ball will still be surviving on this channel. So again, hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.